Hi. When we talk about verbs, we're looking usually for words that show action. But verbs can also be state of being verbs like am, is, are, was. Verbs can also be linking verbs. Linking verbs are words that connect the subject with either a noun or an adjective that comes after the verb and describes the subject or renames the subject. Let's look at a few examples. The first sentence says, I look silly. Where's the verb? Look is the verb. Now, what type of a verb is it? Is it an action verb or is it a linking verb? Well, is there a word that comes after and describes or renames the subject? Well, silly describes the subject I. So yes, this is a linking verb. Let's look at the second sentence. I looked for my cat. Where's the verb? Once again, it is looked. In this one, it's actually the action. This is an action verb, but I double check by saying, is there a noun or an adjective that renames or describes the subject? Cat. Am I a cat? No, that means this is simply an action verb. And if you wanted to know what this is, for my cat is a prepositional phrase. I looked carefully. Well, by now you've probably figured out looked is your verb. Now let's see, is it an action or a linking verb? Well, carefully. Does carefully describe I? No, I could be careful, but this tells me how I'm looking. And so that word, carefully, is actually an adverb. It tells me how I looked. So this is still an action verb. The last one, I looked under the bed. Looked is my verb. Do I have a word that renames or describes me? No, I am not a bed. This is a prepositional phrase, and that means this is an action verb. Remember, in order to be a linking verb, you need to have an adjective or a noun that renames or describes the subject. Let's keep going. I was in Detroit. Every sentence has to have a subject and verb, so one of those words is the verb. I don't see an action, but I do see a be verb. Am, is, are, was. There is my verb. Now, I need to see if there is a word that comes after the verb and renames or describes the subject. Am I Detroit? I am not Detroit. This is a prepositional phrase. I was. This is simply a state of being verb. I was hungry. Was is our verb. Now, is there a word that comes after the verb that renames or describes the subject? Hungry. Hungry describes me. So yes, this is a linking verb because I was hungry. What about this one? I was looking for Slo's barbecue. Do we have an action here? Do we have our verb? Was looking. This is a compound verb, helping verb with an action verb. So this is a helping verb. This is the action verb. I got lost. Where's my verb? Got. What did I get? Well, it doesn't say I got my food. It doesn't say I got my dinner. It says I got lost. Lost is an adjective that describes the subject. So this is a linking verb because lost describes I. Eventually, I got my food. Okay, there's the same verb. But here, is it a linking verb? Well, lost described the subject. Does food describe I? Am I food? Does it describe me? Does it rename me? Not at all. So this is an action verb. Food is what I got, so it's the direct object. Let's try one more to see. Let's try one more to see if you can recognize the verbs. My Thanksgiving dinner was from Slo's Barbecue. Where's the verb? I hope by now you know that it's was. Now, to find out what type of a verb it is, I need to see if there is a word that renames the subject. Well, Slo's Barbecue doesn't equal my dinner because I have this word from. That's a prepositional phrase. So no, there is no word that comes after that equals the subject. Look at the difference with the next sentence. My Thanksgiving dinner was smoked turkey. Here's my verb. Now, do we have a word that comes after the verb that renames or describes the subject? Turkey, dinner. Turkey equals my dinner. Yes. Because my dinner equaled turkey, was is a linking verb. My Thanksgiving dinner was delicious. Again, where's the verb? You got it. It's was. Is it a linking verb or an action verb or just a state of being verb? This is a state of being verb. What about this one? Well, do I have a word that describes the subject? Delicious dinner. Oh yeah, that describes the subject, which means was is a linking verb. I ate the food. What's the verb? Ate. It seems to be an action, but let's check. Does food equal me or describe me? No, it does not. That's an action verb. It tasted good. Where's the verb? Tasted. Is there a word that comes after the verb that renames or describes the subject? Good. Good describes it. So this is a linking verb. We watched the game. Where's the verb? The verb is an action and it's watched. Now, is there a word that comes after that renames the subject or describes the subject? Game. Do we equal a game? No. It says what we watched. That is a direct object. This is an action verb. Our team is the Lions. Where's the verb? The verb is. Do we have a word that renames or equals the subject? Lions equals team. Yes, our team is the Lions, so that means that's a linking verb. The day seemed gloomy. Where's the verb? Well, one thing that can help us are looking for suffixes like ed or ing. And there's my verb, seemed. It could be an action, but let's check. Is there a word that comes after that renames or describes the subject? A gloomy day. Gloomy describes day. Since gloomy comes after the verb and describes the subject, seemed is a linking verb. Then the cat appeared. Where's the verb? It's appeared. Do I have a word that comes after? No, there's no word there. So that means this is simply an action verb. The Cat in the Hat seemed fun. Well, just like here, we have seemed. Do I have a word that describes the subject? Fun. The Cat in the Hat. This describes the cat in the hat. So seemed is a linking verb. I hope these examples helped you understand what linking verbs are.